What up? We are here. And I obviously have a new co-host, but before we get into all that, last week I said it was week 5. I'm stupid. It was week 4. This is week 5. So this will be episode 5 weeks with you guys. I appreciate all the love and support. We've only been growing, and I appreciate all the feedback, good and constructive. We're going to try to adjust the sound. The thing is that where we film, I have really vaulted ceilings, so it creates a little bit of an echo. I'm going to do my best to take the echo out as much as I can. As we grow and get bigger, I will get better sound equipment. But fuck all that. This is the Homos Playground. I'm here with Kels, aka Lolabreeze on Instagram. A lot of y'all follow her, so y'all know who she be.
You know.
Today, we went back to the Altos. I brought my friend Brad. He's just so good. Like, it just tastes so good. What do you think of it?
Shit's strong.
Oh, okay.
I'm a bitch when it comes to alcohol, so.
You're lightweight? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. So she's a lightweight drinker, so she thinks it's strong. I still think it has a harsh taste, but I actually had a couple people DM me and say they bought it and they like it. And you know what? I like it too. I hate the Casamigos that you guys saw me drinking last week, so I'll probably be getting back to this a lot of times. But before we get started up in this mug, we're going to have to take a little shot.
There better not be no leftovers. I saw some of them episodes, so.
Don't be calling me. You telling him. All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay.
Yeah.
I actually took a full shot, guys. Woo! Go me.
Yeah. She did.
It's actually gone. All right. So the first topic I want to get into, since you are, well, before we get into that, would you classify yourself as straight, bisexual, don't care? What would you say?
I classify myself as straight because I'm in a heterosexual relationship, but I mean, I have ventured out.
Okay.
Don't prefer it, but.
But you've experimented before. Ain't your thing? You're with the men's.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So.
You never know.
Okay. That's who she's with. So. What I wanted to talk to you about, since you are in the straight world right now, is you probably get like dick pics, right?
Girl.
What do you feel about that? Like, I just feel it's gross. Like, you probably just open shit and there's just like in the screen. Like,
I wish it was like a, it's more like a. No, some dudes be so fucking confident when they send you their shit. First of all, if I don't ask for it, which I most likely never will, don't send me that shit.
But what is their intentions? Like, do they ever put like little comments like hit me back or love the pic, or like they just send you a dick pic?
I really think they just think like that's gonna just turn me on or have me wanting them. If anything, most of you make me not want you more because I saw that shit.
That's disgusting.
But I don't know. I really don't know what it is about men that just think that like it's cool to do that. I really feel it's disrespectful. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of invasive. You know, if I'm just sitting here, I'm having a good day. The minute I open that shit, I'm like, wow. I gotta block somebody.
Why is there a dick on my screen? Like I'm at church or I'm at a barbecue. Like that's just not attractive. Like
first of all, how do you even put church? Oh, you're at church. No,
yeah, you're at church. No, I'm not trying to add. Okay, you're saying like, nah, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, there's, like, appropriate times. I don't know if there's ever an appropriate time, because I don't dib and dab in that world. But, I mean, I get, like, I've got nudes and shit, like, when I was single. But it was appealing. But maybe, but that's because I like women. But I'm saying, like, is it appealing to you because you like men? Is it the same comparison?
If I fucked you, then maybe I want to see it again. But if I never did, don't send it to me.
Right.
Like, I feel, but there's also a difference with how women do it. I feel like we, you know, sending them to someone, we have a lot of thought in how we do things. Even if it's putting that ass up on the countertop and putting that arch in, like, it's hard, you know. Sometimes I break a sweat doing that, but I tried. I didn't just sit there full-blown bush of pubes and like a little thing that fell out of it. I don't send. Why would you feel
so most men don't shave
that? Not the ones that be sending me pictures. I mean, when we were like, what, 20, there'd be those like fresh, fully shaved everything to make it look bigger, but.
Okay, that's nasty.
Yeah.
So it's not your thing. So if a guy's going, well, obviously you're in a relationship, but when you were single, how do you guys like, I know like I sound like a foreigner and shit, but like how do you guys like talk to each other to like get together on like social medias and shit?
like to the process of dating?
Yes.
Well, it's different because I feel like I've been through so many different phases of dating people.
Okay.
So coming into this relationship, we met on Tinder.
I know a lot of people that have been on Tinder nowadays. I'm
Yeah.
like, I never got into that world, so I don't know.
Well, for me, I feel like I was at a point in, you know, you knew the type of guys I was dating before.
Yeah.
Literally, if you weren't over 6 foot, black, tattoos, normally I wouldn't even want to talk to you.
Yeah. That was like your steez.
Yeah,
For
a
a
while.
time.
But I feel like it got to a point I was 24. I kind of was just, I went through so many different things with, I'm not saying everyone's like that, but there were certain things I dealt with on a regular basis dating the type of men I was dating. But it was just the people I was looking for. It has nothing to do with race. It has nothing to do with like anything stereotypical. It's just really, I wasn't in a place to be, I was attracting the wrong people, I guess.
Okay. So like, would you say that the man that you're with now is completely different than anybody you've ever dated?
Oh, definitely. Well, first of all, he's Asian.
Okay.
But I feel like when we connected on Tinder, I had an intention with him. So other guys, you know, when you're young, I feel like the way that you're dating now, you get kind of scared to be forthcoming about your intentions. Okay. You want something serious, but you don't want them to be like, oh, you're too much. You know, like, oh, this girl, like, she's doing the most.
So you told him straight up, like, I'm looking for something serious?
Yeah. I remember.
That's surprising. From knowing you, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I've always been upfront about things, but when it came to relationships, I just felt like I couldn't be that girl that was putting myself out there because like I was scared of rejection. Mm-hmm. You know, sex was something that came easy, but to have something that meant something more than that, I could not find that.
Okay. So you were like, I'm gonna try a new approach, and it worked. I mean, you guys have been together for how long now?
We're going on 3 years in September.
Okay. So I guess Tinder isn't just for fucking then.
No, if anything, what scared me was Plenty of Fish. Oh my God.
I heard POF is crazy.
Man, I remember the first couple messages I had. Well, first of all, I had a few people that had fake accounts using my pictures from Instagram.
On POF?
Yes.
Oh,
and there were dudes that tried to get with me in high school that were like, hey, did you read my message? They would DM me on Instagram, and I'm like, on a message on what? And then he'd be like, oh, I hit you up on POF. And I'm like, no, you didn't. But then I'm just like, first of all, you know damn well I probably would, if I saw it, I wouldn't have answered it for a reason.
Right.
But
so yeah. POF is like a sex spot.
More so.
That's more like, let's hook up. See, I don't know, because like I told you guys before, like I'm more on the Instagram shit. I haven't got onto, you know, the dating on, you know, random sites and shit like that. But like we encouraged y'all in the last episode, like, yeah, you should get on Tinder. I mean, do all that shit, Plenty of Fish. Whatever you're interested in getting on is your business. But it is surprising to me to hear that POF is more sexual and Tinder is not, because I thought it was opposite. But
really?
Yeah.
Maybe because Tinder is used so much more now and POF isn't. Because I remember one of the messages I got that I started laughing at was this dude literally said, I would pay you to sit on my face.
Oh my gosh.
It was not even hi, I'm Eric.
He's like, nah, look, I got the cash, get on his face, go to work. Like,
right.
Was he old?
He was Caucasian.
Oh, Caucasian man. Okay. Are you into Caucasian men?
I've tried one.
Okay, wasn't your thing?
It wasn't even that. It was just I felt like I wasn't his thing. So I called him out because it was like a hookup thing. You know, okay. It was nice to experiment. He was older. He was established. He was a DJ down on the strip. I won't name the one because he's probably still there.
Yeah.
But he
researching good shit.
What I like is like with white men, there's really no limits. You know, like they're open to doing anything.
Sexually?
Yeah.
Whoa.
It ain't
Name one thing.
We didn't do that.
You guys didn't do that.
My ass.
Yeah, you guys didn't do that, but like, what do they like?
Well, I mean,
like one thing.
We would have sex and we'd watch porn. You know.
Oh, okay.
We were just open to trying things, whereas you know, having sex with the other people I was having sex with, it was just more just like let's get to this. Really,
like no time.
It was kind of selfish, but that dude, it was just.
He was like, whatever.
He'll eat front to back. Like,
oh shit. So it was a fun time.
Yeah.
She's in a relationship, so we are going to switch gears because her boyfriend is like really cool, like from what I've seen, like on social media. And if you guys don't know, like I've known her for a very long time. Like I want to say it's probably 8 to 9 years now. We used to work at Nike together, and then we actually played on a girls' football team, and it wasn't flag football. We were like real life in tackle football. Like, you ended up breaking your femur, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my fibula. My bad.
Oh, my bad. The fibula. So it's like, it was like real intense, but it was like one of the dopest years of my life. Like, it was like a weird experience, but it was like hella dope. What'd you think about it?
Oh,
when
I
we
loved
played
it.
football and shit? Like, that was fun.
What I like though is that I remember we were talking about it, and then when me and you made the commitment, it was like on. There was no, you weren't letting me back out of doing it, and I wasn't letting you back out of doing it. So not only did I build a strong relationship with 2 a.m., we also were able to experience something new together.
Yeah. It was, I mean, we saw some shit, like, in most locker rooms when you're younger, you know what I'm saying, people shower in the shower. And she knows, like, when we used to share rooms with people, I was hella weird. Like, I'd be like, okay, I want to shower, like, by myself. I want to be in my own zone. But people on our team were, like, coming out of the shower, like, ass naked, like, trying to have conversations with me. Like, studs that were on the team. Like, we're butt ass naked, like, no top. Coming up to me, pubes out, what's good, talking to me. And it was just, like, it was a really, a shock to me. Like, it was, like, and I used to look at her, like, am I weird? Like, because I am lesbian, but this is a little much. Right. And then you had girls trying to have sex with you, like.
Oh my God. So I just remember I was rooming with 2 people I was cool with. One who I actually went to high school with, bringing her onto the team. It just got a little weird because they were fucking trying to pour, so I had a white shirt on. They were trying to pour water on me while I'm laying on the bed to see my nipples through it. But it's still, to me, it's just like, granted, of course, like, we are women, but there were some that were a lot more, like, masculine than others. And I feel like they kind of took it to a whole nother level. Mm-hmm. So I had escaped that room. I remember going into another one, and everyone was jumping into this pool because, of course, I just felt like we were like little kids again. But we had grown-ass women in there, and I'm talking like mid-40s, late 30s.
They used to call us babies all the time. They used to be like, y'all some babies. Because I had just turned 21 at that time.
I was 19.
Yeah, so we were like, and then like when we met all of them, they were like 45-ish.
Established. They had
like dope cars and careers and shit. Like, they were laughing at her. How much was you making at him? I was making like 12.
Shit, not even 10. First of all, a bitch was riding the bus. I didn't have shit. So I had these established fucking doctor kind of people, and then here I am.
They were like driving us to Cali, like, get in my whip, and they had like Lexuses and shit.
Oh, yeah.
And we were like, what the fuck? Like, they made us feel like real life bums. But they also were like hella nice, so it was weird. But
yeah,
you escaped the weird shit, but there was a couple people on the team that like had like a huge crush on her. And they would just always try to push the limit through me. And it was frustrating because I'm like, yo, I can't assist you. Like, I'm not going to put her in that type of position. Now, you said that you did and dabbed in girls before. What happened with that?
So the only reason why getting into that wasn't any of my teammates. No. I feel...
Not that I knew of. I didn't see none of that.
Hell no. I mean, maybe like a kiss here and there, because, I just feel like when girls be drinking, it's just, it ain't nothing. It does, to me, it doesn't mean anything to kiss somebody, but...
What does it feel like? Because, like, you're, like, kind of straight, so it's just, like, it feels like kissing your mom, huh?
To kiss another girl? I mean, if she's attractive, like, it feels good, but I'll get wet.
Right. It's just like
I can just be like, oh, I kissed that bitch.
Right.
But, like, other than that, no, I don't know. It was just a little too much with a lot of our teammates. But when I did experience my first time with a woman, it was more to please the guy that I was talking to.
Oh, so it was like a threesome type.
Yeah, that was the only times I ever had. It was twice. 2 different situations, 2 different men, pleasing them, trying it with 2 completely different women.
Did you pick the girl? Or they did?
First one, yes. Second one, did not. We became somewhat of good friends after that, but she wanted to continue something with him when you obviously saw that it really wasn't working out from the beginning. That's why we were there.
So wait, you were the third party? Or you were in a relationship with somebody and you brought this girl and she was trying to fuck with your dude?
It's crazy because they had a past.
Okay.
But me and him were talking.
Okay.
And he brought her in knowing they had a past.
Oh, that's bad.
And they continued on and didn't work out. But when I realized it was more of a them thing, I saw myself out.
So, with the threesome experience, would you say it was bad? Either time.
I mean, for me, it's just, I realize eating pussy isn't my thing.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm very open.
No, that's what I want. So I like this. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't bad to try it, but I would prefer to suck dick.
Okay.
So,
okay, that's your thing. All right, so I've had a threesome before as well. Obviously, I had a threesome with 2 girls, and it was horrible. It was the worst experience. They ended up trying to fight each other in between. It was really fucking bad. Like, the thing was I was young. I was probably like 17 at the time. So it kind of scarred me. So, like, now I'm just not interested in that shit. Like, even when I see, like, porn, I'm like, one of these bitches ain't happy. Like, you know what I mean?
Like, group porn and stuff that's not appealing to me. I really like the sensuality of porn.
Yeah.
And you better be into it. First of all, I don't want nobody, like, ow, ow, ow. Like,
oh my God.
No, please turn that shit off.
And my thing is, like, can you guys, like, really like each other? Like you said, like, I have to feel like y'all really know each other.
Right.
Like, when I watch, like, regular ass porn here and there, that's just, like, random nigga with a random girl, it's like, this is so fake. She's dry as shit. She looks like she's in pain, first of all.
Right.
And then he just looks like, I just want to get this over with because I've been doing this 6 times today. You know what I mean?
Like, if they don't even kiss, if he ain't even, like, grabbing the titties, like, caressing her, nothing, like, I'm just like, ew.
Like, what is this? What am I watching? Even though lesbian porn is the worst thing of life.
I've seen it once.
It's horrible.
I don't even know. It was like some bitches fighting. This was like some, like, I don't know if they were wrestling, but, like, one was literally slamming her head into the ground and then, like, hitting her with that strap. But, like, that shit looks so painful.
No. And it's fucked up because porn world, you know what I'm saying, puts lesbians out there to have sex a certain way. And it, from my experiences, I've never had it that way. And I would never want to. It looks fucking horrible. You have one girl who's super, like, screaming and moaning, like, she gets touched on her arm, and she's like, oh my God, like, what is this? This is fucking corny.
Right.
Like, you know?
Y'all ain't acting. You're just having sex. So
right. Like, just, make it normal. Like, make me interested. But I'll be real. Like, as 9 times out of 10, I don't even think to look at lesbian porn. I think it's kind of corny. I'm with her on the fact, like, and it's surprising. And I'm gonna get a lot of shit for this, but I don't really care. Like, I'd rather see, like, a dude and a girl have sex only because it seems more natural. Now, if you send me some porn that's, like, some real lesbians who are in a real relationship who actually are doing things that I do or I've seen or whatever, cool, I'll watch it. But if you're sending me, like, 2 Caucasian women who obviously don't know what they're doing and it's just a bunch of screaming, like, I don't want to deal with that shit.
Right.
It's just like, what is the point of that?
I mean, everything you just said, I kind of just, like, tunnel vision.
Like, you wouldn't want to see that shit either. You know what I'm saying? And I guess I struggle with the fact that some men actually watch that. Like, and that's what you really think lesbians do, and it's hilarious to me.
For me, what I don't understand is, granted, people do it and it does get them off, but, like, that whole scissoring thing.
Oh, it's horrible.
Because I'm just like,
it's terrible.
Like, first of all, I need some pressure. Right there. I don't understand how the fuck you get pressure like that.
You can't. Well, okay, I got shit for this, but scissoring doesn't work. It just doesn't. Like, you're rubbing hair follicles. Like, that's just what I feel. Like, there's nothing getting pressure on it. And then on top of that, it's just a weird situation. This is me talking, though. I mean, y'all have hit me up and told me, like, oh, you just don't know what you're doing. Okay, cool, great. You know what you're doing. It's not for me.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I'm thick. So there ain't no thigh gap, proud of it. But how the fuck is someone going to fit in there? Just...
Yeah, like, it's just not a good... It's just not a thing. So, heads up, if she ever goes back to the lady pod or decides to bring a lady in, she doesn't want to scissor guys, so just don't offer.
No, I mean, I've always just felt if it happened to me, of course, it would be with a stud. There's only been one on the team that I was attracted to just because, I think we all know who she was.
Oh, yeah.
Because she was just a fucking beast on the field. Like, it was so sexy. This bitch would knock everybody off.
That's my guy.
I'm just saying, yeah, like, how like, powerful he... Okay, so I need to be better with, because I know...
The pronouns.
Yes. So, fam, if I can't say it right. But, yeah.
Yeah, no, she... At that time... She was a stud. Now, obviously, she is transitioning.
Yes.
So, we'll just say he, but we are talking about when he was a stud. And, yes, she was a beast on the motherfucking field. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Everything about it. And I even told Kels, I was like, watch, you're going to end up fucking with her. Like, I know it, but I don't think you guys ever did you?
No, I wanted to, but then I started fucking the assistant coach. So...
You were fucking the assistant coach?
No, not one of the old ones you think of.
Yes,
it was one of my teammates' son. Remember
Okay.
you came to work out with us. We did peanut.
Oh, yeah. I knew y'all was fucking.
Yeah,
I'm saying
I was
she
kinda
puts me in these
looking
situations
at
where
that.
I walk up and I'm just like, it's supposed to be one of my coaches and she's having a great time with him on the side. Hey, it's cool with me though. Got extra training.
I mean, great. Yeah, I guess if you want to say that.
and moved on.
Fun.
But we're gonna jump to our next topic. It's gonna get a little bit more serious, but this is something that needs to be talked about because it's not talked about. Like, I don't know about you, but I don't see this talked about literally anywhere. I've only seen one other girl talk about this, and when she did, I was like, I reposted all of her things, and she's one of my good friends as well. So I said I've known her a long time, so I know everything about this. So we're gonna touch on domestic violence, but before we do it, we're gonna give her a drink so she can get dim and dab into it, because I was around for it. And it was
Julian
nuts.
wants the tears.
Yeah. no tears.
Yeah, I know. I'm crying over that.
Half.
Motherfucker.
Because we're
Oh, I mean, yeah.
all right.
Okay. Sorry, I'm heavy-handed.
She's like the tipsy bartender. She pours the shots. Like, it's crazy.
I'm just saying, I don't like the process of getting drunk. I just like the feeling.
There we go. Oh, for y'all out there, it's time for you to take a shot too. You guys are supposed to be drinking with us.
Please join us.
Turn up.
Okay. Cheers.
My God. So, before we jump into this topic about domestic violence, I do want to put a disclaimer that I don't know what she's going to say. Like I told you, we don't have no pre-production in here. We say whatever the fuck we want to say. But I will say that she might say some graphic things, some things that are intense, and probably will touch a lot of you because I've actually spoken to some of you through DMs about the same similar situations. I am not going to cut her off. So if you're not down for that, that's fine. You can stop the video or you can fast forward a little bit or whatever. But this is very important. So I'm just going to go ahead and just let you jump right in because I was around for the first time and I think you should start with right before we were playing football, the guy that you were messing with.
Yeah, so that was fortunately, the only abusive, I guess, relationship I've ever been in. This was physically, this was mentally.
This is a big dude, too.
Oh, yeah.
Let's point this out. Like, I met this dude, what was he? He's like 6'4", 6'5".
So he's 6'1", but I mean, you're talking about two-time undefeated champion in wrestling, also running back for high school. You know, it's just, he was that guy on campus.
Mm-hmm.
We were really good friends. You know, I never in my life thought that we would get to the point that we did when we started dating. Because as friends, this was like everything. This is someone I could be myself with. This is someone I could be honest with. So when we started dating, I started seeing a little more of like the possessiveness in things. Because, you know, like Toya knows me, I'm a very open person. I'm very loving. I'm very like abrasive of people. You know,
she
I
gives
don't
anybody
judge.
a chance, like as friends or whatever. Yeah, she's helpful.
Yeah, so you know, for me, thinking that someone understood me in that sense, kind of turning everything that what I thought was so beautiful about the person I was and the kind of heart I had, but made it seem like it was ugly or it wasn't worth it.
So what did the abuse start from? Was it like, did it start from you talking to other guys, or he just was crazy, like, or was he a possessive, I should say?
I would definitely say possessive. It was like very controlling. So I started seeing certain things that, like, you know, my friends in my neighborhood, these were kids that went to a different high school that was up the street from me that I should have been going to, but I continued to stay with the one I was at because I wanted to finish high school in one place.
Okay.
I've moved my whole life, so that was like my thing.
Right.
So like this little like get together in our neighborhood,
Mm-hmm.
and I had known them from our other coworkers. I'm gonna just say D.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was some of his friends because he went to that high school. So I was really close to them. They had invited me over for this little pool party thing. Of course, parents are going to be there, adults are present, so it's not like we're going there to like hook up or anything. And I really wanted to go, but I remember asking him for permission, I guess, because I felt like he felt some type of way. He started catching an attitude, and he just flat out was just like, "No, you're not going." So, you know, I wanted to be respectful and not do it, but then I'm just like, whatever, like, I'm young, you know, I don't get to experience these things. I live so far from my school that I go to that, like, it's right here, right? And my parents already said I can go, like, you're not my dad.
Right. Like, I'm just kind of like giving you a heads up.
Right.
Did you ask him to come, or did he not live where you were?
He didn't live where I was.
Okay, so you were just giving him a heads up, like, yo, I'm gonna go to the pool party.
Right.
Okay, cool.
But granted, you know, he's always out with his friends all the time, a bunch of girls that he hung out with, and I have no say so on what he does. So though I wanted to be respectful, right, I was just like, you know, you're not going to stop me from having a good time.
Yeah. So you went?
Yeah, so I went. So I showed up, and then literally everybody was gone. I believe his cousin was still there. His parents were there and stuff. So it was no big deal. We literally sat at the kitchen table. We were talking. I was like, oh, how was it? You know, I was just so bummed I missed out. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry I didn't make it on time. But I was like, yeah, I hope you had fun. We did not do anything. We sat there for like an hour at the table talking shit, laughing, and then literally I'm walking out. I'm about to leave his house, and I just had this feeling. Like, I know he wanted to walk me home and everything, but I had this feeling like, don't let him walk you outside. For some reason, just don't. There was this car that passed by, and I just had a feeling that old dude was there.
Okay. Your ex?
Yeah.
The guy she was with, okay.
Yeah, so I remember walking out of the house, and literally I get to the sidewalk. So he has a pretty decent driveway. We said bye, just gave a hug. Very friendly, super casual. So I get to the sidewalk right in front of his house, and then I'm getting a call from my ex. And I was just like, how the fuck does he know I just like left the house? Okay. So I answered the phone, and he was like, stay right there. And I was like, what? I fucking turn around. He's jumping the back gate of my friend's house.
What?
To come and like meet me. So as I was sitting there talking to my friend for that hour, he was in his backyard watching me. Yes. And the sadder thing about it was the person that dropped him off to go spy on me was my friend's cousin.
That's worse.
Yes. So I'm like, family betrayal, but then,
but
you know, I got my crazy ex there. So this was the first time I've ever experienced being scared of him.
So he jumped the fence,
mm-hmm.
came up to you, and what happened? Did he yell at you? Was it like, did it become a physical altercation, or was it just like, I'm going to talk shit?
First physical altercation, because I'm walking, so it's like 2 blocks to get to my house. Once I saw him, my heart started beating really fast. Like, it was like...
It's like seeing a dog.
Instinct, you know? Like, I just felt like prey. Like, right. I just know something's about to come pounce.
Right.
So I just remember I'm walking super fast. Of course, he's way more athletic than me. He caught up to me, but I just remember him grabbing me by my shoulders, and he like slammed me into this working van of one of my neighbor's cars.
What'd you do?
I was just like, what are you doing? And I was just, to me, I was so shocked.
Shocked, yeah. It's like, why are you grabbing me? Like,
yeah.
I've never done this before, so you're being weird. Okay.
Right. And I just was just like, where's my friend at? You know, like the best friend I've had for years inside of you, where is that? And I just remember he started choking me, and...
In the street?
Yeah, up on that thing. So, like, he was strong, and I was a lot lighter.
No, like, dude is huge now. I met him. He's very big.
Yeah, and I just remember he was, like, holding me up to the thing and literally, like, just started putting his hand on my throat. And, you know, it wasn't even a minute, but I remember, like, not even being able to breathe for a second, and he stopped, and then he started crying.
He started crying?
Yeah, because he was like, I can't believe you would fucking do this to me. Right, and so this is where it messed me up thinking, like, how could I hurt him?
Mm-hmm.
I just got choked and spied on, but how could I hurt him?
So you felt bad?
Yeah. And that was a lot of the relationship, so this is just, that was the first step into, 2 years of just misery.
So what made you finally walk away? Because I remember you coming into Nike one time, and me and another coworker of mine had asked you, like, because you came in, you know what I'm saying, and you had like a black eye. And I was like, yo, what the fuck? Because we play football together and we work together. So I was like, cuz, like, come to the back, my nigga. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I had just met this guy like 2 weeks before. So I was really like, the fuck? Did you get jumped? Like, what happened? You know, that's what she had told me about it. But what made you, because you ended up walking away, I want to say it was right before we started football, right? Or no, yeah. it was during.
Oh yeah, because he came to
one of the games.
Certain practices.
Right. So what made you just be like, you know what, this is fucking over with. Like, I'm good.
So it's really shitty to say because like I do have another page where I actually kind of explain the situation. You know,
shout that
out. It's _creativekills on Instagram. Mm-hmm. This one, it's kind of more like a blog. I really wanted to be very expressive and transparent about my life because I have been through a lot, and shockingly, when I talk to people my age, they're just like, damn, girl.
Yeah.
And I thought it was pretty common, but, unfortunately, I know a lot of women that have gone through domestic relationships, and I don't believe that it's right, and I will speak on that whenever I hear about it. But when it came to him, it's really shitty to say because in my mind, I thought I could, if it's happening to me, I can control how much I can take.
Right.
But if it affected anybody else outside of me, the fact that it was because of me that they had to endure it, like, that's where the guilt started setting in.
So you're like, I gotta get out.
Yeah, like, it got to the point he kicked down my parents' door.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. Like, he kicked down my parents' door at our apartment.
For what?
I remember, this was really it for us. Really it. And, like, I was so sick and tired of being called a bitch and being called a slut and a whore and, like, anything that he could say to make me feel less of myself.
Right.
And I finally stood up for myself and I called him a bitch back. That was it. I just called him a bitch back. He fucking came all the way to my parents' house and he started knocking on the door. Unfortunately, no one was there because my dad was there. He knows, like, my dad would have just called the cops. You ain't even coming up there.
Right.
So before he came, because I knew inside of myself that this was done, like, I can't do this shit anymore.
It's too much.
I called 311.
What's that?
Not emergency? Right. So, like, you could have, like, people come and checking up on you. Like, a cop will come, but it's not, like, an emergency. You're not really going through something right now. So, I guess I learned that they don't take it as serious. So, I had called 311, and once he said that, because it took him a while to get over to our side of town, because I live super down in the north. Because you would come and pick me up.
Yeah. Like, I live in, like, southern Vegas, southwest, and, like, to get to her is, like, 45 minutes.
Yeah. So thank you. Because 2 a.m. always took me to fucking practice.
Yeah, all the time.
And I just remember he knocked on the door first. Of course, if my dad would have been there, he would have answered or he would have said something. But the fact that no one did, he knew I was by myself. He kicked the fucking door down and then ran upstairs and he just started, like, punching stuff. And he grabbed me by my hair and was trying to grab my phone. And literally, when the cops pulled up, like, he has me by my hair and he's, like, hitting me.
And they saw it?
Yeah.
That's good though. Like, it's bad, but it's good.
The fucked up thing though is the cops let him out the same day. But, I mean, later on in life, he got taken out of the job he was at. He was working at the mall. And, he, like, lost his job from all of that. So, eventually I'm not trying to say karma, but, like,
it's trickled down.
Right. Eventually it got back to him.
So when they saw him hitting you, they arrested him, but they didn't take it serious? What the fuck is that about?
I don't know. I mean, for me, I was just so scared because, like, if you knew my parents, my stepdad, the greatest man in this world, he's not, like, the biggest guy. Everyone thinks my dad's, like, the big Polynesian guy, which he is, but he lives in Florida.
Oh.
So my stepdad is one of the nicest people. Never in his life has he ever thought he needed a gun to protect himself and stuff. Just very wholesome people. Mm-hmm. And, my ex's family wasn't like that. So I was always scared of retaliation. I was scared if I were to press charges, they would come and, like, do something to us.
So you didn't press charges?
So I told them I wasn't pressing charges, but I did have my statement against him, and which led into me getting to a restraining order against him too, just to, like, really make sure
to protect yourself.
Right. But the thing that stemmed from that, which made me really cut this off, is my little brother, who was 5 at the time.
He was there?
Well, like, so no one was there when it happened, but of course the door was, like, knocked in. So when my family came home, like, the door's broken off the hinge.
Yeah.
We gotta tape something over it until they can fix it the next day. But so I only get tearful because it's my little brother.
Right.
And
it's a different care.
Right. Because like I said, like, I can take so much, but it's unfair of me to let you take that.
Right.
So, like being at 5 years old, I remember the next day my parents were really just, like, done with me, like, going through this.
Oh, they were mad at you because they were like, why are you dealing with him type shit? What the fuck? Fuck him.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, my mom said it plain and clear. My mom is a very tough woman. She's not very, like, emotional or affectionate like that, but she just said it straight out. I love you so much, and if this is the life you want to lead and this is the things that you want, as much as I don't want that for you, I need to protect your brother. And if that's what you want, then you cannot be here.
Yep.
And, I felt that guilt, but to top it off, my mom was just like, your little brother woke up in the middle of the night and he was crying because he was scared that someone was going to come and kill you.
Right.
And that alone, you know, I'm traumatizing my brother at a young age by my decisions. I was just like, I can't do this shit.
So you're
I
like,
can't.
fuck you.
Yeah, I you know, for me, it's like, fuck whatever love I thought I had for you. You know, like my love for my brother should always come before my love for you.
Right. No, that's definitely true. Well, so did you block him? You got a restraining order?
Yeah.
I know he still pursued you because I remember us having conversations about this.
Oh yeah, I used to ride the bus, so he knew my bus route. He was hiding, so across the street from my apartment, it was pretty much like there was nothing outside of it, but there was like a Mormon church across the street. He was literally sitting at that Mormon church watching me get off at my bus stop and like waiting for me. When I tell you this, the things that I've gone through with him, I've taken the trash out. So mind you, you don't know when someone's gonna take their garbage out.
No.
He was hiding behind the fucking dumpster. Crazy.
That's insane.
Crazy.
Like mentally unstable, for real.
Right. And it was just, so mine is I just feel when it came to him, there was, when you love someone, sometimes when they say something to you, though it's not true, you believe it. Because why would someone that you love tell you
a lie?
Right.
Or a bunch of bullshit.
Right. So what I never understood is I was nothing to you. Literally, everything that you said about me, I was like scum, I was ugly, I was fat, I was whatever, you know.
A bitch.
Right, a
Whatever.
slut.
Right.
You know, all these negative things, but I was worth it enough for you to sit here and hiding behind my trash can till I came and brought the trash out.
Right. Like you like me in some type of way because, or I think that's a dysfunctional, toxic love because there comes a place in relationships where you get to a place where you really sit down with yourself and you're like, do I love this person or are we toxic? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you knew, God, yeah, you did. You knew my first girlfriend. Well, not my first girlfriend, but
I
my
met her
first.
once.
Yes, you did. And, you know, I touched a little bit base on this in the last episode, but I'll retouch on some things. And we had a very abusive relationship. It was way more mental, but there was some physical times, you know what I'm saying? And I think that by her telling her story, I just kind of want to relate it to, you know, the LGBT community as well. We deal with the same shit. But why is it more okay for her to talk about it and for us to talk about it? There's a barrier, and it's fucking weird to me. Like, we should all be able to discuss these type of things. And I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. Like, when you say, like, you love somebody so much that you're like, what is wrong? And it's kind of like, what is wrong, what's right? And I became very controlling. I wasn't abusive, but I did retaliate. You know what I'm saying? I had a situation where the girl that I was with, like I said, we were like high school sweethearts. We were together for like 4 years. Mm-hmm. And, you know, she punched the shit out of me at a light. We went to the strip club. She got a little intoxicated. She was acting extra, blah, blah, blah. We pull up to a light. She starts punching me in the back of the head. So because I'm a lesbian, I'm not supposed to hit you back? Nah, bro. Like, you're not going to put your hands on me like that. Right? That's messed up. You know what I mean? And I think that by you getting to a place where you're like, you're affecting my brother, like, you're just affecting my positivity, my peace. You're affecting those people. It's unacceptable. Mm-hmm. So I guess I'm here to tell you guys, like, one, there's a way out. It doesn't seem like that when you're in it.
Right.
You think, like, this is it. Like, I'm stuck. I'm going to lose everything. But I love this person, and this is who I want to be. But you got to take a step back from that shit. And really sit back and analyze, like, do I love you? Or am I in love with who you are before this bullshit happened? Am I staying with you because we have time together, because I know you, because I'm attracted to you still and all this bullshit? Or because it's your first love, or, well, I don't know if that's your first love, but for me, it was one of my first loves.
Yeah.
Was it like one of your first loves?
I would say second, first serious relationship.
Okay, so it was one of your first serious relationships. You can't make excuses for yourself. When it's time to go, it's time to go.
Right.
And look at you now, like, you're with a whole different type of dude. From what I see, he's a great guy. And from what I understand, he's not abusive. He's not that type of guy. He seems like a really wholesome, nice guy. Mm-hmm. So you can grow and learn from this shit. But if she never tells her story and she never talks about it, then how are other women, let's not forget there's men too. Let's not forget there's studs too. Let's not forget that anybody going to be able to come out and tell their story. And like she said on her Creative Kel's page, she goes way more into depth about how this affected her and who this made her now and how she sees things now. And do you find that why do you feel like people are like kind of treated like a taboo to talk about?
It's hard because I'm very opinionated with a lot of things because I'm very transparent with my life, but it doesn't mean that I should expect everyone else to be as transparent. Yeah. So I try to allow people to understand that just know that when you're with me, this is a safe space. I'm not judgmental. Whatever you do, if you eat ass, cool. I don't eat it, but you can tell me how it is. I don't care. Right. But it's just like, to each his own, or
to each his own.
Yeah, whatever you want to do. My place in this world is not to sit here and judge you or come down on you on it, because I'm sure you get that from everybody else. Yeah. But I just hope, as a friend to you, as an associate, anything, if I have an impact or any type of effect on your life, I just want you to know that you are free to be and do whatever the fuck you want to do, as long as it ain't, killing people.
Right, that's too much. But,
right.
Or hurting animals. I'm big on her. You're a fucking animal abuser, bro. Stay with me. But other than that, you can be comfortable. I'm going to say, this platform is very open. Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously you can see, we have very serious topics. We have topics that are funny. We have things that anybody can relate to, straight, gay, lesbian. I don't care what you are. Like I always say, if you want to hump trees, I don't care. It's not my business. Right. And I don't judge you for it. But come out and be able to talk about it, because you're going to feel a million times better. I mean, how long did you hold this on your heart? I mean, I knew that I was one of the only people that knew from Nike, besides, one of our good friends. Yeah. We were the only people that really knew about it. Yeah. But now, do you feel better that, when you talk about it now, I remember when you talked about it back then, you were very, emotional. And granted, you're going to get emotional because it's about your brother, but you're not as emotional as you were. So do you feel like it's been, a weight lifted?
Definitely. Honestly, as much as I would never want to wish this on anyone, and as much as at that time, I was always, asking, the higher power, why me? Mm-hmm. I can honestly say to this day, I am so grateful that I was chosen to go through those challenges in life, because even to this day, I'm still going through shit like everybody else, but it made me a better me. Yeah. At the end of the day, because it's not always about the things that happen to you. It's about how you address that and how you move forward with your life. And as I'm here to talk about it, to hope that anybody going through it, just know you may not know me, but you have a friend in me. Mm-hmm. You can come to me to talk about it, to get advice, to ask me what the process was on how I did something. Any way I can help you be a better you, I'm all about that shit.
And she means that shit.
I do. I don't even know you, anyone talking about this. I'm anything, as much as I feel like people stigmatize, getting tested and stuff, to the point that some people don't want to get tested because they're so scared to know that they might hear real something, shit. Which is stupid.
It's dumb.
We need to be so transparent about those things and so open to talk about it, so that even if you did get something, I would never be one to judge you. And if it was something permanent or something temporary, I will still treat you the same. I will still love you the same and look at you the same. And I would not be this person had I have not went through him.
Right. And it kind of sucks, because sometimes you look back and you're like, damn, this person kind of molded me. But it's right. Yeah, but you molded me for the good, though. As much as you wanted to kill me and break me down and kill me mentally is what I mean. Maybe physically. Some people are really out of, what I mean? A lot of people have a lot of mental trauma and a lot of things that we go through. And we talk about it now as a society, which I think is great, about mental health and just taking care of your well-being and yourself. But I think that, to kind of touch on everything that she talked about, domestic violence is not about one person. It's not about one genre. It's not about one, people, I would say, or one type of person. It should happen to everybody. I even know gay men who go through this. I know gay men that literally beat each other's ass all the time. And it's is this not domestic violence to y'all? Or what do y'all see this as? Because this is not normal. Mm-hmm. And I think the more that we don't normalize domestic violence, the more people are more comfortable to speak on it. Right. And it's a huge thing, you know what I mean? And like I said, I've been through it too. I'm not going to sit here and say what she went through, insane. Way deeper and darker than what I went through. But it took me years of being in other relationships to be like, yo, the shit you were doing was unacceptable. Mm-hmm. Female or not. And some of the shit I did too. Let me take responsibility too. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason you should be snatching your significant other's phone. Even little shit like that is a problem. You need to take a step back and be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Right. I'm being a little bit too much. You know what I mean?
Right.
everybody has those moments. I mean, I'm sure you've been in a situation where you've been like crazy.
Yeah, like I'm not innocent. So that's the thing. Like I'm not looking for pity. I'm not looking for, everyone to just come to my rescue. I rescued myself already. I don't need you to do that. Mm-hmm. And the thing about me is that not only can I speak on the truth of my situation, the truth of the roles that people played, me being the director of my fucking life, I can also be honest about the things that I've done. And there's things, I always say this, there's things that I've done that I'm not proud of, but I'm also not ashamed of it because I had to do those things in order to be myself. Are there people I have personally hurt? Maybe not physically, but I've hurt them, led them to believe something more in this relationship we were building than it was, or, like even betraying friends for guys. Like I've done things that I'm not happy about, but growing up, I have become a lot more better at apologizing for the mistakes that I've done, especially if it's someone that means a lot to me, and hoping that relationship can mend. But I'm not expecting anybody to accept me for the things I've done to them. I just really want everyone to know if I have hurt you, if I've done wrong in your life, I am sorry for it. The person I was a year ago isn't the person I am today, and it's not who I'm going to be in 20 years.
Fucking facts right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, Kiona had posted on Facebook, and like I was thinking about this. She always posted like, if you knew me like 3 years ago, you don't know me now. Like it's just not the same. And sometimes that's hard for me to accept a little bit. Not within myself. I'm talking about other people. You know what I mean? There's people that I've known for a very long time, and shit has happened, friends, relationships, whatever, and they're just not the same people. But sometimes that's hard to understand. You're like, what do you mean you're not the same? Like I've known you for so long, but people fucking change and people grow and people go one way and people go another way, and that doesn't mean that it's all bad. I mean, like I said, like there was a gap between us where we didn't talk for a couple years, but it wasn't like we didn't communicate. It wasn't like, oh, you're not my friend, or I wasn't there for you, or you weren't there for me. It was just like, what I'm saying, like I had moved, and she was doing her own thing, and she had to find herself, and I had to find myself.
Right. And
now we're here. So you have to take the time to acknowledge that with a bunch of people. And you kind of just brought up an important topic that I want to talk about too. Have you ever cheated before?
I have.
Multiple times?
Yes.
On the same person? Or like different relationships?
I would say different relationships. So for me, the biggest thing, I don't like to get too much into like astrology because I feel that every man makes it seem like women, that's all they want to talk about with horoscopes and stuff.
Shit though.
Right. But there's so
I'm always like, you're a fucking whatever.
Right.
And that's how you are.
Right. And then when they say they are, I'm like, oh,
I knew it. Fucking Scorpio vibes. I already knew.
Hey, I'm a Scorpio.
I know. But
there's so much that I feel that when I come across other Scorpios, for some reason, like, you just know. So I've always felt Scorpios are very intuitive. Mm-hmm. Like, there's something that I feel that they're within another Scorpio, we have this, like, resonating, I guess, like, base.
It's like a connection.
Right. And I don't know what it is, but, like, intuition is a motherfucker. And I swear, I used to date someone that lived in a different state, and I just knew when something was up. He's in a different fucking state, but I guarantee 10 times out of 10 I found out when he was cheating. In a different state.
So wait, what's your birthday? Tell me your birthday.
November 10th.
Okay, so you're a real genuine Scorpio. Like, you're not close to the Libra, you're not close to the Sag.
No, like I'm genuine middle Scorpio.
Okay, all right, that's cool.
But for me, the thing that sucks is because I also would meet other Scorpios who were on a different path in their life as me. Mm-hmm. So I would always think like, man, you're making us Scorpios look bad. Which is, it's like shit.
I do the same shit with
right?
Virgo.
I'm
like, you're not a normal Virgo. Right. Just keep over here.
Because I'll just sit here. I mean, like, for me with you, like, that's that Beyonce Virgo.
Yeah.
Like, right. I'm going to take the best one. I'm the Sierra Scorpio.
Right.
But, there was some that would just, like, be so out there. But then I also realized, like, that is another, like, part, like, I guess, internal power I have. If I wanted to be like that, I could. I just choose not to be like that.
So, Scorpios, are you guys cheaters? You're a cheater, so you've cheated before.
I wouldn't say all Scorpios because maybe not everyone's done this, but
you guys are very sexual too.
Yes,
I just want to point that out. I've dated Scorpio before. Yeah.
Yeah. So I have a very large sexual appetite. I just felt when I was younger. So of course, going through the abusive relationship, moving into different things, I really felt like I was really exploring myself for those years. So I was with him until I was 19. Going from 19 up until meeting Ron at 24. that was 5 years of just doing whatever the fuck made me happy, and sex really did. It played a huge role in that.
And let me point out again, it's okay to be a whore, to have a whole phase. I know people think that like they're gonna come at me and they're gonna be like, you're fucking encouraging bullshit. No. You need to be able to explore what the fuck you like. How the fuck am I gonna be with somebody for a long period of time or forever, right? If I haven't explored shit on what I do like and what I don't, right?
Exactly. How do you know what you like if you don't know what you don't?
Right.
If I would have only had sex with my first, comparison where I am now, talk about a fucking boring ass sex life.
Even more than boring sex life?
Missionary for the rest of my life. No head. Like,
just pounding it out. That's it.
Right. There was no pleasure, you know.
Yeah.
That, and for me, it's just like, that's the one thing that I have loved about my experience. You know, no one's going to take that from me. Mm-hmm. Like, I could go out, I mean, you've seen it. I could go out to a club. If I met someone I liked, if I, you know, shout out to Ariana Grande, I see it, I like it, I want it, I got it. Like, that's exactly how it fucking was.
No, rush it. We would go out and she would just be like, oh, he's cute. And he would walk up to her and then...
Yeah, you know.
She was very open. But it was cool though, because it was like, that's how I am too. Like, no, okay, hold up. I already know you're like, you a little stud hoe. Like, no. But at the same time, when I was single, like, I do whatever the fuck I want. Right. You know, even in my relationship, I do what I want and she does what she wants. We have respect for each other though. We're not in an open relationship. No, I'm not looking to date nobody and she's not either. But it's like, if we both, like I always tell her, I'm like, man, if I would have met you when I was 21, you would have fucking hated me. And she's always like, hell yeah, I would have. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's people that you're meant to be involved with. But let's bring back to your, you know, your cheating scandal.
Oh,
Who did you cheat on? Or don't tell the person, but what happened? Why'd you cheat? What was the reason?
So there's a few things, because I feel like there's different ways of cheating on people. So you have like the verbal way, you know, being vulnerable with somebody, allowing someone to...
Sorry, go ahead.
To me personally, because there has been people, you know, when you get in a place in your life and you just feel like you can't be you. Okay. Because I have. A lot of guys don't agree with the lifestyle that I had. They don't agree with the way I talk about the lifestyle I had, as well as, you know, like, because I'm, you know, I need to, sometimes I felt like I needed to remember I'm with my man and not my friend. But then I think, first of all, you're my man, so you should be my fucking friend, so why should I have to hide that part of myself? Okay. But when I started feeling like I had to close off what I say, because of course I'm going to do it in the most respectful way, but if I even can't do it that way, then I feel like I can't be me. So I would resonate to talking to those people that let me be me, which were sometimes booty call. Yeah, text, DM, whatever. And I always felt like a part of me, I was crossing the line. I knew I was crossing the line because I shouldn't have built that with you.
I want to touch on that. Mm-hmm. A lot of people, a lot of women, right? And obviously y'all know I don't relate to y'all as much, but I do try. I try. I've realized that there's this thing called emotional cheating, right? Or vulnerability or whatever. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I agree with that. Like if I'm having, and I want us to debate on this. Right. If I'm having if a girl DMs me and my girl talk about this all the time. If a girl DMs me and she's like, yo, like you're fine as fuck. And I say, thank you. You know, I'm going to let her speak for herself, but, you know, my girl sees that as, like, you're opening a door. I see that as, like, you know, that's respect.
You're being polite.
I'm being polite. But then when she starts going into, like, oh, so, like, what do you like to do? I still see that as a conversation. You know what I'm saying? If she's like, oh, so, you know, you're at this party. Oh, where's that at? Oh, when I'm in Vegas, like, whatever. Okay, when they start to get into the we in Vegas, can we link? I'm like, oh, shit. Right, I've stepped it down. But I don't see that as emotionally cheating. I'm not saying my girlfriend feels this way, but what I'm saying is that a lot of people don't even like their significant other DMing people back. Right. It's nuts to me. I don't know. What do you think?
So I have like mixed reviews because I feel like I've been in your place. Mm-hmm. I'm polite, you know. So if people reach out to me because I feel like sometimes that's just the icebreaker for them to really get into some deep shit. So who am I to say, let me shut you off right now because you're getting a little
Let me open and close this.
Right. Let me just leave you on red. Right. You know, like, because maybe they really do need me. Because I do make it out, like, put it out there that, like, I am here as, like, the safe space.
Me too.
So if I'm shutting you off, then I'm not being truthful to everything that I'm saying. So, you know, I don't want to put limitations on that. But there are times where I start getting the sense of it is too much, like I am going too far.
Okay, so when that part of too far, right? Mm-hmm. So you said you cheated in multiple ways. What was the part of too far of emotionally cheating?
Oh, emotionally cheating.
What was it? Would you say it's the calling each other, the texting each other? What would you say? What is emotional cheating?
When I have to hide it from you is when I feel that it's wrong. Okay. Even though I'm not sitting here like talking about fucking you, it's still bad that I'm talking about, hopefully I can see you later. They're like, man, if this doesn't work out, I'm here for you. Allowing them to talk about a future of us, even though I'm in a present with someone else. The fact that that's there, that's wrong, and I've done that, and I'm not proud of that I've done that, but it's just, I was in a vulnerable place, and it's hard, especially with someone you were attracted to, obviously. You had a physical connection with them. You were able to go deep in them in ways that you couldn't with your own partner. That's where it's like, now I'm realizing there's a problem within myself, and then that I'm having with the disconnection of my relationship. I need to fix this with my relationship or let that go.
Okay. So let's touch on physical.
Physical.
Why did you physically cheat? You were physically attracted to the person you were with, or they weren't providing something for you?
Long distance for me.
That shit's hard.
Yes. So
that shit's hard.
At that time, it was Skype and Uvo. You can't even get enough from like having Skype and Uvo sex. You can't get enough from sending. I'm like doing it to myself, looking at you through this little tiny camera.
Yeah.
But like, it's not as satisfying. It was nice to know that I think the biggest thing with relationships is like, you have not necessarily control, but you have that like stamp on somebody.
Okay.
I may go anywhere in the world, but fuck, I've got that person right there. And we've agreed to be those people for each other. So it got me by for a while. But this is where I would say the immaturity sets in. Is, for me being a Scorpio, do not betray me. I may be the
Don't betray you, but you're a cheater.
No, he cheated. So I cheated because he cheated on me.
Oh, okay.
So it was multiple times, it was emotional for him, then it got physical. And when I started finding it out, the hardest thing for me, and this is probably the ugliest I feel that I ever was internally, because I started realizing how much betrayal affected me as a person and how I could treat you. So I was disrespectful to him all the time. I was like calling him all types of bitches and to me, I felt like in a way I was kind of verbally abusive.
Yeah.
Coming from what I just came from going into this relationship, putting so much into him and thinking it was like a forever thing, talking about kids and family. When I found out he cheated on me, I had no more respect for him.
But wait, had you guys been physical before?
Yeah.
Oh, so you guys did see each other?
Yeah.
So there's just relationships where they're long distance, but you guys have never met?
Right, yeah.
But it wasn't that. You guys were like real life long distance.
Yeah. Real life, long distance, we met each other's family. He came here, I would go out there.
And
this was for like 2 years.
And he cheated?
Yeah. So he cheated first, I found out, and of course not from him. It's different if you come to me and we can fix this together, but the fact that if I have to do research or if the person comes to me, then there's like that trust, that irreparable trust.
So wait a second. Okay. He cheated. Mm-hmm. You cheated. Did you guys stay together?
For a while, yes.
So,
what ended it?
Well, it's just kind of like this is how I feel about like cheating, right? I wouldn't say I've necessarily cheated, but in most women's mind, I've cheated. You know what I mean? Like we were on a break, I had sex with somebody, and
that's that Friends, Rachel and Ross break shit. I don't know. To me, break means there should be the universal word for you could fuck whoever you want, I could fuck whoever I want, and if we get back together, you don't talk about it, I don't talk about it.
So hold on, so wait. Me and Kai talked about this in the last episode. I just want to ask your opinion. Do you believe in breaks?
Would I ever take one now? No. Because
if your boyfriend came to you and was like, yo, we need a break, we need a little space, like just to grow and change, you think that's a problem?
I'm immature in the fact that I would say no. I would just feel like
this is nuts to me. Like, if we are going through something and I need a little bit of time, I'm not going to touch too much on this because I touched on the last episode, but if I need a little bit of space and you need a little bit of space, like, we can take a break. You don't agree? So
I wouldn't say...
Because you see that's like as an open door to be like, we're going to fuck other people.
I just say, don't say break.
Okay.
Just if you're just like, babe, I really need to work on me. That's so much better than if you just say, oh, I need a break. Like, no, you need to explain to me why you need this motherfucking break or space. And then, I'll digest it and okay.
Go and learn from that. Okay, well, let's just bring it back to cheating. With cheating, I've never necessarily cheated, but I've cheated. I've cheated in a way, like, we were in a relationship, but physically and mentally, she was not meeting what I wanted. And people are gonna say that's immature or whatever. Okay, cool, maybe I am still immature. That's fine, whatever. Well, in that time I was, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm still immature in some ways, but like, I'm not ready for like marriage right now, you know what I'm saying? Like, I do see that me and my girlfriend could potentially get married, but I'm not ready for it now. But it's not because of her or our relationship. It's more of like I told you guys, like the government and like how there's a stigma on that. Like, why can't we just be together forever? Like, why does the government have to decide that? But we're gonna get conspiracy theories. We're gonna leave that there. But with cheating and shit like that, like, I cheated in a way where the girl that I was with, it got to a point where sexually, it just wasn't popping. Like, it just wasn't there for me. And I brought it to her, and she thought I was joking. So, your fault. That's how I see. Physically, I don't know. She was kind of like, she's tried to like make shit a little bit boyish, like sleeping. Like, I'm not gonna get into personal into like how you sleep and shit, but like for me, like, I like my girl like to be like, you don't gotta be like sexual every time you go to bed, but like, damn, like, you gotta have like a muumuus on and like a bonnet. Like,
wow, bro, you gotta say muumuus with me on here? The fun?
No. I'm just saying, like, no. She was really like that.
Right, she's like, bitch, can you put a thong on?
Yeah,
like wear them period panties. You ain't about a period.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you got the grandma drawers on, and like they're like covering your whole ass, and then you know what I'm saying, like you got the sports bra on and shit. And like, I get it, like, you know what I'm saying, like, just be free, like, take it off. You know? Like, I don't know, that's just how I am, you know what I'm saying? And I'm a Leo/Virgo, so I am very sexual. You know, sorry for if my grandma's watching this or anything, but like,
I'm sorry to
everybody, but you know, I talk about what I'm talking about. But like, I'm just that type of person. So like, if you have on a bonnet and you got a muumuus on, a bonnet, and like high socks, it's like, yo,
dude, you fucking with a grandma? Like,
that's what I mean. Like, you know what I mean?
Bonnet?
It's like you're making me uncomfortable. Like, wrap that shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you put a wrap on, that's cool. You know what I mean? But how do you feel with sleepy situations? And I know this episode's getting long, guys, but we're about to finish. Hold on. I got one more question. When you go to sleep, do you feel like you want to look good for your dude? Like, I'm not saying like makeup and hair, but I'm saying like, you know, attractive. Like,
oh yeah, I mean, see, but for us, like, what I love with my relationship now, granted, we've gone through some shit. He's had to really help me grow up a lot.
I did.
Mentally. You know, he's almost 4 years older than me. So there's a lot of things he's gone through that I haven't.
That's
but
cool.
When it comes to bed, it's very simple. You know, if I want the dick, I'm gonna put on the sexy panties.
Right.
If I don't care to have it, okay, here's big t-shirt and like.
But that's cool though. But you don't have a muumuus on, do you? Be real.
First of all,
it's cool if you
I may be this plus size island bitch, but I don't have no fucking muumuus in my closet. Period.
They sell them motherfuckers, and I'm just like, ladies, stop wearing them.
First of all, who wears?
Like, you know, and when I say muumuus, I might be wrong.
You're just talking about those 90s.
Like the nightgown dresses that like go to your ankles.
Like,
it's like a
fucking,
silky, flowy, like
that medical outfit.
Yes.
Like you're in the hospital.
Yes, but it's like silk.
I only like that because it ties up in the back and that's easy access. But I don't
Okay.
have one of those. So.
Okay, but still, it's not I'm coming to you, y'all. Like, I'm basically a nigga out here. Like, it's not appealing. Like, I get it. Like, if you're sick, like, oh, I'm sick, I'm gonna put on my muumuus. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, can you put on a sweater and like some sweats? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I might be fucked up.
But let's be honest. What do you wear?
I really like a t-shirt and some basketball shorts.
You sleep in basketball shorts?
Yeah, I do.
That would be hot.
No, I kind of flowy.
Oh.
Yeah, so like basketball shorts, t-shirt, and like I don't sleep without socks. We will touch on that because I do not.
Wow.
I don't fuck
different kind of breed.
I am. I'm very weird, guys. I know, but it's just like the OCD in me. It's just like I don't want to like rub toes with my socks off. You know
I'm sorry. I just thought of that meme of people who fuck with socks on.
I do.
That should be like flopping off the foot.
Don't let me get it from the back on the rug. The fucking sock is all the way down to the ankle, and now you can see my tan line. It's horrible. Like, but I just feel comfortable in socks. I like to feel warm. Like,
it's okay. You all right?
You're like, yeah, you're doing your thing. Whatever.
I'm like, you ain't never talking to me about my mood. You gotta wear them socks all the time.
Now I'm gonna ask my girlfriend.
It's okay.
All right. Whatever. Well, we're gonna wrap this episode only because me and her can talk for fucking days. This is what we used to do all the time. I will be bringing her back because we can talk about everything. She's probably one of the most open people I know. So if you want to be back, I'm gonna bring you back.
Of course. I mean, if y'all want me to be back,
No,
y'all better say yes.
y'all better say yes.
I'll beat that ass.
So this has been the fucking Homos Playground with Lolabreeze. Also, Creative Kills. If you guys want to touch more on the domestic violence we talked about, and she also talks about like a lot of things she's been through in general. Not all of it's sad, you know what I'm saying? Not all of it's so deep. It's just like her experiences. Check out her vlog for real, like it's dope. We're gonna take our last little shot. We gotta finish this out.
Oh yeah,
We gotta finish the outros, guys. It's done. Okay.
Can I see where?
Oh, and tell me what you're mixed with. What your race is.
Oh, I mean, I'm a triple threat. I am Hawaiian, Samoan, and Tongan. Damn, my television.
You are an islander. We are gonna talk on the next one. Don't remind me. I'll remind myself about being like an island woman because like I learned so much about the islands from her. They're like a close people.
Right, and it's more than spam and motherfucking rice, bitches. There's so much more to me than a fucking plate of food.
But y'all got fire food though. You've introduced me to some shit.
I'm like,
that lava cake.
Low key, if you want me to have food next time.
We might bring some food on here, guys.
Yeah. I'm gonna put y'all on if you haven't been.
No, it's fucking fire. Hawaiian food is so good. Alright.
Cheers, Sam. Cheers.
To the next one. Squad, make sure y'all subscribe, like, comment.
Aloha.
Yeah, and let her know what you guys think. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, you can really DM her. She'll talk right back. You guys can always DM me. It's been real. Yeah.